What's up, Foxheads? On this episode, we replace the lenses. What's up, YouTube? Hey, listen, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to have you. It's been a while. I've got a number of excuses on why I haven't made a video in a long time, but long story short, we had some house stuff. Garage broke. I don't know, a bunch of things happened. It's been keeping me kind of away from the car, but not that I haven't done any work on it. I have spent probably the last month on and off here and there trying to fix that rattle and the vibration. I did fix it. However, it's not really fixed. It's the problems are taken away, but it introduced another problem. Anyways, it ended up being the emergency brake cable bracket. If you go back, and in fact, if you go way back from whenever we did the 4-wheel 5-lug disc brake conversion on the car, you'll remember that we had a kind of unique rear disc brake that came off of the GM, and it was a geometric type caliper, and it's been causing problems since day one. I should have just scrapped it and gone with the standard Cobra rear brake setup, but I didn't. That GM brake setup does work. I put new calipers on it just recently, but it had a certain, I guess, a specific length emergency brake cable. That emergency brake cable ended up being too short to the rod that is pulled from your emergency brake levers. That pulls up, it pulls a rod, pulls tension on your cables. The cables were too short for this car, so I ended up taking the rod and extending it about this much. Well, that rod extension that I ended up making is what's causing now interference between the new drive shaft and that bracket. So every time I got on it, the suspension would torque and twist. Every time the car was on load, you get a nice vibration, rattle, and it sounded like it was in the dashboard. So that's just how those rattles work. I ended up taking it out 2 or 3 times, putting some heat to it, bending it, changing the shape of it, altering it. Whatever I did, it didn't matter. And the conclusion was that it just ended up being too long. So we're gonna have to get ultimately a longer cable so we can shorten that rod back to stock length and then put the emergency brake head back in. So right now we are without emergency brake. But let's give you a quick little update on what's to come. I've got a couple little things we're going to be bolting on the car, but in this video we're going to be putting on a set of tail lights. This upcoming weekend is the LMR Cruise in Ennis, Texas. I missed last year and I'm going to make it this year, I promise. Oh, and I can't forget, one of my very loyal viewers out there decided to send me a little something, a little present. So he had a car. You know who you are, by the way. You know who you are. You watch this channel. Thank you very much. I don't want to broadcast your name on the internet. Some people are weird about that, but that's understandable. And you know who you are, so thank you. We got some little things in. He had a donor car. He ended up having an accident in his 4-rod and buying a donor car, pulling everything off he needed. He has some, little odds and ends. He called me up and asked me if there's anything I needed, and there was a couple interior pieces that I'm desperately looking for, or have been. So let me show you what he sent me. Feast your eyes on this little baby box here, guys, will ya? Most importantly, I'll show you what that is right there, but this is what I am after. Look at that. It is an original fog lamp switch. So I can get rid of the one in the car. The problem is it's going to leave a hole because of, the aftermarket switch the previous owner installed. But this is a Motorcraft piece, and I'm super anxious to get this bolted on. So we'll see how that goes. He also sent me just a couple little things I needed. I was missing the knob, actually 2 knobs here. I've got a knob for the defrost. My car is missing. It doesn't have the illuminated part, which mine does illuminate when it's turned on. I never use it because the wires in the back are broken anyway. So bolt that on, and I've also got the just a little rubber mount here for the other adjustable passenger side mirror. So yeah. So he didn't charge me a dime for this. He would not let me. He wouldn't even take my money. I tried to send him money in PayPal to pay for the shipping. He didn't take it. So again, that's so appreciated, guys. Seriously, this is the 2nd or 3rd time I've had viewers reach out to me and help me out with either questions or parts. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, it is in. Looks much cleaner. Seems to work really good. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the taillight install. Welcome back to my garage. So to get started on these taillights, the first thing we need to do is clean up the housings. And I'm going to use my existing housings and make sure that these are nice and clean. We're going to paint the outside of it black. We're going to go ahead and get the inside of it a nice clean coat of silver to help that light reflect out. So the taillights, they should come in tomorrow, and I believe the day after is when I'm going to have to get the installation kit. I forgot to order the installation kit. It comes with the butyl strips and the right clips. I don't want these taillights to fall out, so I want to install them quickly. But in the meantime, there's no stopping me from going ahead and getting the taillights out now and starting to prep the housings for the lenses. Okay, now I must say I am completely shocked and surprised in a good way that the painter did not paint this with the taillights on. They actually took time to take the taillights off to paint the car because it is blue, which is kind of good to know. And also, look how rust-free and straight this panel is. So we know the car has never been rear-ended. Maybe the bumper's been hit, you know, just tapped a couple times, but as far as body structure goes, this thing is a little dirty. We'll clean it up, but man, it looks really good. So, yeah, always good to find out stuff like that in your car, huh? Okay, looking over these taillights, they tend to look like, you know, like a 30-year-old taillight would look. So these are, without a doubt, ready to be replaced. They're not too bad. They're just a little hazy, a little foggy. Don't have the clarity in them anymore. But otherwise, the housings themselves are in really good shape. So it's good to see that the housings rubber is still somewhat pliable. I believe you can also get these seals replaced if you need to. These are just kind of dirty and they need a good wash. We'll probably go out back and spray these down on the hose. And same with this one. This one has a crack on it. So I know that the driver's side always had a crack on it. This thing leaks every time I wash it, and you can definitely see it here. So what we want to do now is go ahead and pry off these housings and start getting it ready to clean up really good, wash with soap and water, and prep and paint. Okay, go ahead and get your taillight laid out on a bench, and this is where some of these trim removal tools come in really handy. These are some really thick ones here, and this will allow me to get some leverage on not breaking. Now guys, this is old, this is brilliant. You're likely going to break this, or there's a good chance you could break this. Know that there's metal clips in here that's basically compressed into the housing and pinched onto the lens that holds the lens's place, along with some butyl. I'm pretty sure that the butyl and rubber in here is pretty much gone. That's not going to be a problem. It's just kind of locating where these clips should be placed and using this tool to pry it out. So you just want to go slow, do it gently, and hopefully with success we won't break the housings. Okay. There you have it. Out with the old. So let me show you this. This is covered in obviously plenty of dirt, and this is what we are going to clean up and put a fresh coat of paint on. You can also paint these white. Basically, you want a bright color in here to help reflect that light back through the taillights. So I'm not going to do white because I really don't want it to show too bright through here. But yeah, look how nice and dirty these are. So cool. We'll get to the other side. Okay, now for the not so fun part, guys. I get to clean these up, peel this old junk out, and hopefully it comes right out. I want to bore you with it, but both of them are off. Hopefully yours come out as easy as mine are. You also want to make sure when you're getting this out, guys, to make sure you get this clip as well, because you're going to get new clips with the installation kit. Did I mention that? Yeah, order an installation kit from LMR, and it comes with the new rubber, butyl, and also new metal clips. This is coming out relatively easy though, so we'll see you soon. Okay, it's a dirty job, but it is getting everything off of it. So one down, I got all the butyl out of this thing, and got all the clips out of it. So this is going to take a trip to the car wash with a high pressure washer. On to number 2. Okay, the second was done. All the nasty butyl has been scraped out of it. These are going to look a lot better when we're done, I promise. But for tonight I'm done, and tomorrow we'll take these off to the car wash and soak these down, clean them up real good, and get them prepped, ready for paint and new lenses. Welcome back to another night. It's 2 nights later, and I've taken these guys to the car wash, and this is what we've got here. So it's not just the car wash, we also repainted the housings, and look at the difference. So the back one here is the stock housing next to the freshly painted one. So you can see that the biggest difference is absolutely in the housings shine. So this has a new coat of chrome. This is the only time I'll ever buy chrome paint, and it's great for housings. I use this on my Torino. It really brings back the shine, and it brings back the reflectiveness of the bulb, which is exactly what you need to help project that light bulb out through the lens. So I got a little surprise to show you. But first, look at the difference here. So this is a freshly painted housing. I didn't do the back side because there's really no point. It's still pretty stock back there. But we got a fresh paint. Don't forget your little tail light marker lens there. It's got a nice fresh coat of silver. But that is what's going to make these headlights shine. So there's quite a bit of difference here. And you really get these out here in the shade. You can see that these are kind of faded, they're burnt, they've lost a lot of their luster, and that itself is going to really hinder the light output. So pretty big difference, pretty happy with the results. Just a little bit of elbow grease and some SEM bumper coating for the black, and a little bit of universal chrome for the shiny stuff. Let me show you what we got here. Okay, here you have it. Here are the housings, or I'm sorry, the lenses. Here are the lenses that I chose. These are the SVO. So this is an 84 SVO lens, and if you can tell, it is a 86 lens, except it's got the black trim instead of the light gray, which is, you know, my car doesn't have any light gray on anymore. All the black on it I've repainted to the SEM black coating. So everything's been painted out black instead of the stock gray that GTs would have had. And on top of that, we've got the stripes here, which is what the Cobra would have had. I'm kind of going for the Cobra look. I like the clean Cobra taillights, and I think this is going to look excellent on our new housings. Gotta have it. Okay. Alright, there it is. Nothing to it. Clips, roll of butyl. That is 20-something bucks. Okay, so we get our headlight housing, our taillight housing down here on the table. The first thing we're going to want to do is put the butyl on. You want to put this on before you put the clips on, because the clips is going to kind of go over the butyl, and the sharp part right here is what kind of clips onto your housing or the lens. So going to get this. I've already done the other side, so fast forward a little bit. I wanted to do one before I showed you guys how I did it, see how it went, and it went really good. So we'll go ahead and get this stuff laid out. It's really easy. You just kind of peel out. It's really sticky, so we'll do a little bit at a time. You don't want to unroll all this at once. So just start a little bit at a time here, and we'll just start laying it in the housing around the channel. Okay, and the stuff does stretch, so you don't want to pull on it too much. And it's real sticky. I've noticed actually if you use your hands, it works okay. If you use a screwdriver or something else, it tends to stick to the screwdriver, not want to come off. Okay, once it's pressed in all the way around. This will give us a nice watertight seal. Help hold the housing on. Now you can put your clips on. So do this before you put your clips on, so that way you don't have to work around pushing these clips in. So we're going to put one on each tange. Make sure the sharp part is towards the channel. That's how it clips into your housing. 1. 2. And these nice new clips are going to have a nice sharp bite on it so that it clips into the plastic really good and holds on to it. There. Okay, putting it on is simple. We're just going to slide it over the housing and start pressing it down. Now as soon as you start pressing it down, it is going to start sticking to the butyl. If you notice on mine, I've got quite a bit of a gap here, and I think that's normal. It's going to bow out here until you push the clips in. But I just want to make sure that it's in the grooves everywhere we need it to be. Okay. Okay, now we'll just apply firm pressure, and you can feel the clips. Feel the clips pop in, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go put these back onto the car. I've already got the other side on, and I went ahead and changed the light bulbs just to make sure all the bulbs are nice, clean, and clear, nice and bright. And no need to show you guys how to bolt this on. You put them on the same way they came off, put the light bulbs in, and I got to reattach all the trunk stuff. But then I'll turn them on. It's nice and dark outside. Let's just see how they look. Okay, so there you have it. Let's go turn the lights on so you can see how much brighter these are now with the new painted taillight housings. New silver on it. It makes quite a bit of difference. And really the camera, for whatever reason, is not doing justice on the light or the color. They are much, much brighter, and man, it looks clean. To them. Alright guys, so check this out. So here it is. Here it is outside, so you can see it looks a lot cleaner. It looks a heck of a lot cleaner on the back end, on the taillight end than it did before, and it's going to be much more visible at night. It does make the hatch and all the little rust spots kind of pop out because the headlights look cleaner than the rest of the car, but that's okay. That's okay. We are improving one little thing at a time. I got to button up the interior. I didn't show you guys that. I didn't actually put all the trunk pieces back together yet. My bad. And now that it's sunny and pretty outside, we are going to paint some interior pieces probably and call it a wrap. What do you think, buddy? You like the taillights? Did you see them out in the sun?
Come back to that.
So check it out. Okay, that is a wrap. So how does it look? Looks a lot better. We have new taillights on the Mustang. Makes the whole back end look cleaner, and it shows up all the other bad spots on the hatch, so that's not cool. But taillights look pretty good, guys, so man, I think that's a wrap. What are you doing? Oh, hey, look who it is. It's Connor. Say hi. Come here, show me your shirt. Mr. Horseman, not your butt, your shirt.
Yep.
So what do you think about taillights, bud? Does it look cleaner? Look better?
It looks better. It looks better. The old one's on, but
You like the old ones better?
Kinda.
Kinda?
It's
Okay.
good like this too.
To each their own.
It looks like a normal Mustang now.
Yeah. It looks like a normal 86. Hey guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram and get updates on what we're working on. And also, this weekend, August 25th, we will be out at LMR. So if you are out here, come check it out. It's at Ennis, Texas, and it is at the drag strip. It's going to be an awesome event. There's going to be tons of Mustangs out there, right? And
I'm not
all
coming.
Mustangs.
I don't think I'm coming on.
No, I don't think you're going on that either. But I'll be there. I'm going to bring this car, so you guys,
Tell
please,
me the end of.
come out there and say hi. Come check it out. Bring your Mustang. Bring your Fox body. Let's look at it. Don't let it sit inside.
And tell me how the end was.
Say uno. Uno.
Uno.
Later, guys. Take care.